Yo, what is going on? How you doing, guys? Welcome to RossonARI TV. Beautiful day here in sunny California, guys. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the events today. First of all, we did not do a Milan news because really there was no need to do Milan news today. Um, the news cycle was pretty much the same as yesterday. A few new things here and there, so really nothing to talk about. So I decided to do a short video instead about a few items of discussion that we should attack. First of all, Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez is a player that is being linked to Milan right now. He could be an alternative to Renato Sanches, or basically this elusive alternative to us losing Kessie. I gotta say, Enzo Fernandez, very, very interesting prospect, very talented, very creative midfielder. He has definitely in his arsenal of weapons, he's got the lob through ball, which is fantastic. This player here is a player to watch out for the future. Is he going to be coming to Milan? Honestly, I don't think so. There were reports today that he reached that Benfica and River Plate reached an agreement over the player, so only personal terms need to be agreed upon. There was also messaging saying that Enzo Fernandez is waiting for Milan. A lot of players in the mercato, there's this messaging coming out from the media. A lot of these players are waiting for Milan, which is very good, honestly. This is very good for Milan. It's very good, positive to see all these players that are eager to play for Milan and they're waiting for Milan. Obviously, Milan's still dealing with renewals of Maldini and Massara, so until that is done, nothing concrete can be done. But Enzo Fernandez is definitely a very good alternative to let's say Renato Sanches. Now, Renato Sanches. Let's talk a little bit about Renato Sanches. Renato Sanches, guys, in my opinion, at the end of the day, is going to end up going to Milan. I think that this deal is done and dusted. It's just a matter of finalizing the details with Redbird and Maldini and Massara, get all the bureaucratic stuff out of the way, and then Sanches is going to be joining AC Milan. The reason why I say this is because after the whole PSG thing that came out, the messaging that Renato Sanches put out on his Instagram really leads me to believe that at the end of the day, this is the player that we're going to go for. This is the player that we've been going after for such a long time. I find it very difficult that we're going to lose this player in the end. So if I were to put money on it, I would say that he's going to be joining AC Milan, and we're going to probably see an official something official probably after July 1st, when the teams can actually deposit contracts and make their signings official. So that's my theory on Sanches. I think he was our primary target, and he's the one that is going to be joining AC Milan. Regarding Dybala, there's a lot of talk of Dybala being linked to Milan. The thing about Dybala is that the way this whole rumor started is because talks with Dybala and Inter kind of halted. So it was journalists that suggested Milan should pounce on the opportunity. It's just journalists saying this. It's not even nobody's confirming anything that Milan is trying to get Dybala. This was just a suggestion by journalists. It was a suggestion by Pellegatti. Pellegatti put out a video there. So right now, all these journalists around Italy are just speculating on the fact that Dybala could be a viable solution because there's a standstill between him and Inter. But I doubt that Dybala is the kind of profile Milan is going to go for, even though we know that Milan did try and ask information regarding him. We know that, but I think Milan is going to go for the youngsters. They want to get youngsters and build youngsters, and maybe guys, Dybala can happen. But for me, I think that in the end of the day, the targets Milan are going to go for is the defender, who could be Botman or could be someone else. Renato Sanches, the primary target. Origi coming in, we should be looking at that. And then, the right winger could be Ziyech. Ziyech has been linked to Milan right now. A player that was linked to Milan, last summer. Now, Ziyech is a player that, to me, raises a lot of red flags because of his behavioral issues. This is a player that, I was told basically fights with every coach he's ever worked for, and he had a big falling out with the national team. I mean, these are a lot of red flags. He's obviously not doing well at Chelsea. He's seen as a fringe player. Chelsea wants to offload him. So it's not like a very difficult operation, I think, to get done. I think if Milan wants to go for this player, it can happen because it's not like Chelsea, considers this player irreplaceable. So Chelsea can make this operation easier than maybe, let's say, Zaniolo or maybe a Berardi or whatever. So maybe the Ziyech thing could be something to look at. I'm not excited about this player at all whatsoever because of his behavioral issues, but he's definitely technically a very gifted player. Then the other thing that I wanted to talk about is, lastly, the whole thing about the budget. The budget. So this journalist Longo came up with this 50 million thing. I'm going to maintain my position on this. I think Milan, in the end of this by the end of the mercato, is going to spend somewhere around 120 million in the mercato. And I'm not talking about net. I'm talking including sales of players, amortizations, and loans and whatever. I think Milan is going to do what Milan should do, which is really put together a tank of a team and compete against an Inter that is definitely going to be very competitive, a Juventus that is definitely going to be very competitive, and finally, a Europe that is going to be very competitive, because we are going to go far in Europe. I'm not too concerned anymore regarding the renewal of Maldini at this point. I think that bridge has been crossed. I think they have found their solutions. It's just a matter of days. I mean, Maldini was celebrated and was dancing at a Rolling Stones show. I mean, he seems to be pretty happy. I think we're going to get all the targets that we wanted, and we're going to build a kick-ass team. So it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. I'm not pissed off today. Let's see what the news brings tomorrow, guys. Let's join me for Milan News tomorrow. Antonio is going to be there too. And also Antonio is going to be doing a FIFA live later on during the day. And guys, we're going to bring back the Milan Forum as well. So Milan Forum is going to come back on Fridays. That's going to be fun. Anyway, guys, hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. Forza Milan. Let me know what you think about all the current events. One last thing is Traoré from Sassuolo. Traoré also shares the same agent as Pioli and Messias. Traoré has been linked to Milan again. We'll see where this ends up, but not much to talk about. Guys, see you next time. Forza Milan, and click that like button, click that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Peace out. Bye.